So, what is Andy's Man Club? So Andy's Man Club has just celebrated its 5th birthday. What it is there's now 55 clubs. We got 55 clubs up and down the country. Basically, they're talking groups for men. The reason they were set up, and the reason that it's called Andy's Man Club, is that one of the founders, so the founders were, there's a guy called Luke, and there was a woman called Elaine, and Elaine was the mother and Luke was the best mate of a gentleman by the name of Andy. And Andy, on paper, his life looked absolutely perfect. It looked like everything for him was just made, and out of the blue he killed himself, and he left them just bereft, just wondering what happened, what the issue was, you know, all of this sort of stuff. So what came out of that was a number of conversations between them both. Initially Luke had thought it was going to be like a coffee get together, a coffee morning, something like that, or a coffee evening rather, whereby guys could just sit and just actually be honest and have a space to be honest about what they're feeling, what they're thinking, what they're going through, because a lot of issues for guys is that they are told to man up, and they're told to get over stuff. They're told, you know, blah 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 blah. So basically, if you're a man and you cry or you show emotion or whatever, that's weak, and that's, you know, it's the antithesis of what it is to be male. And Luke and Elaine wanted to counter that, and they wanted to give guys a safe space to talk, and a place whereby people can actually get the shit off their chest that they think about, and that's what it is. So it's really, really structured. It's not just free-flowing. Everybody has like a pity party, sits around in a circle and says, my life is so bad, oh wait, but my life is so bad that X, you know, depression top trumps. So like I say, it's structured. So what do I mean by that? So there are 3 questions in the first half, then we have a break for tea or smoke or whatever, if we've got time. Sometimes the questions get kind of really involved and we don't then have time to have a break. These are quite small groups as well. So we split, we normally sort of put it into thirds or quarters or whatever. It depends how many people we have turning up. But normally we have groups of about kind of between 7 to 9 guys. So the way it works is there's a facilitator, at least one facilitator in each group. And the facilitator will start the whole thing rolling. So when they all get into their various rooms, so the facilitator will ask the first question, then the facilitator answers that question first, and that's the way it goes through all the questions. So question 1 is always, how's your week been? And that can get quite involved. You know, sometimes some guys have like just, you know, nice easy time. Some guys might be having a really difficult time, and just that kind of basic how's your week been is, you know, is difficult for them to answer, to talk about. So yeah, so the facilitator asks the first question and answers the first question. Then it goes round to the next person in the circle. The ones I've been in, normally we go round to the left. On occasion we'll go round to the right for various reasons. So then they get to answer how their week has been. So the first question is, how's your week been? So that goes right the way around the circle. Then the second question is, any positives from your week? And again, the facilitator will answer it first, then the next one to their left, then the one after that, then the one after that. And then the third question in that section is, have you got anything to get off your chest? And that's not necessarily bad, that's not necessarily something that's difficult, but generally speaking, most of the time that's like how people answer it. There's often a lot of stuff kind of going on at that point. There's, you know, that's when people have got their opportunity to kind of let out grief or anger or, you know, that kind of thing. So that's then question 3. So that's the first 3 questions. So then, like I say, we'll jump off and normally have a coffee or just go outside for a smoke. Then everybody gets back into their various groups, into their various rooms, and then we've got the last 2 questions. And the last 2 questions are always sort of quite thought-provoking. So the question 4 is always a bit kind of drawn out, and so that people get an idea of some kind of positive stuff. So for instance, a question 4 is, let's see, I probably can't actually remember any real question 4s, but I can make one up. So it would be something like, what lyric from a song have you felt the most connection with? So it's something that people are going to be able to talk about. It's something that's going to be, you know, it's going to be thought-provoking. People are going to be able to kind of have a chat and say, oh wow, yeah, I remember that, or, you know, it's going to strike some kind of relationships with various people. So, you know, people are going to be able to sort of think about it, talk about it, and agree or disagree or whatever, however they want to do it. And then the last question, question 5. Okay, we're going straight on here, that's fine. So the last question is question 5, and that's a quick fire question, and that's intended to leave everybody on a high, but leave everybody kind of, you know, thinking a little bit about their week and about what other people have said. So it might be something like, for instance, what would be what's the one so if you were marooned on a desert island, what would be the one item that you would take with you? So yeah, you know, that's always this way. It's just that's, you know, that's a possibility. That's one of the ones that we've sort of seen recently. And it's a really good way of getting guys out and talking. Anybody can answer those questions, and anybody can use those questions as like a starting point for a conversation. If you've got somebody who you live with in your house, who you know, maybe don't have a great relationship with, or maybe, you know, maybe can't talk to, something like that, then you may find that using those questions will actually give you a way in to start talking about that and to start having those kind of conversations, which could well be really helpful. So yes, folks, here we are, we're ready to start up AMC for the night. So at this point, I'll say I'll see you later.